Hello, Seasons of Seven families and students. It is my honor to be the high school teacher for science. It is very well known and documented how the 7 year cycle affects development of a child. We understand that the child under 7 is in a willing phase. They need to do things in order to learn. Children that are in 7 to 14, that's up till middle school, they are in their feeling phase, and so we to reach them through stories, through art, and things like that. Now children that are in the high school are definitely in the third 7 year cycle. How does it affect them? They are in the thinking phase. Now as a high school teacher, science teacher, this is the capacity that I wish to nurture in them. The capacity to think, the capacity to observe, the capacity to weigh the pros and cons. These are the people who are going to finish their education and go on to become citizens of the world. So everything that we teach has to be viewed through that lens. The children are asking this question, why am I learning this? Where is this phenomena being applied in the real world? So the ninth graders, they are ready. In fact, some of them are probably, they even have their licenses, so they're ready to drive. And the way we go there is by teaching them, starting with simple principles in the core principles of thermodynamics. We start from there, we go through steam engine, and then we introduce them what's under the hood in a car. And so that would be thermodynamics. They would also be dealing with organic chemistry. And because this is in a homeschool setting, I would try to make it applicable to a homeschool setting. Then they would be learning human anatomy and geology. Now, there is a pattern that we try to follow in all of these 4 grades. There is a component of biology, physics, chemistry, and earth sciences. In the 10th grade, they will be learning about acids, bases, and salts. They would be learning mechanics. The third would be physiology and nutrition. So if you notice, each of these elements have a bearing on us and on our life and on the world. The other thing they would be learning is sustainable agriculture. In the 11th grade, they would be learning about electricity and magnetism, atomic chemistry, cell biology and botany, and oceanography. While we bring in each of these topics, my goal would be to hone their observational skills. How can they apply what they are learning in the real world? Now, certainly high schoolers aren't ready for that, but one of the ways that I hope to nurture that in them is through simple experiments, is through reading scientific paper, getting used to the scientific terms, and writing science papers. In the 12th grade, they would be learning about light and astronomy, biochemistry, genetics and evolution, and climate change and sustainable technology. Now, our goal is to have students, young adults who are thinking adults, when they take in this knowledge, for instance, from genetics, and they look into the current world, especially now in this COVID world, there is a lot of buzzword about mRNA. Where is that? How is this knowledge, how is that applied in real life situation? So these are what we hope to inculcate in our students. This skill, this capacity to observe. Because when we observe, when we bring observation in the purest form, instead of giving them definitions, that's a dead concept. But when we guide them through their observation, then through that guidance, they can come to a conclusion. And that is then a living concept. And the third thing that I mentioned was pros and the cons. So when we bring in technology, a technology, we need to weigh it in these modern terms. Is that beneficial for humanity or not? So we want to bring in thoughtful individuals who are positively contributing not only to themselves and their growth, but also to the world. And so this, in short, is the high school sciences. Thank you very much.